All right, so we're going to tie the modified Albright, improved Albright, Harvey Albright. I've found a picture of it on Health Survey. Had it tied years ago and never really brought it to the fore, so to speak. But so we've got our Bimini that I tied before. This is 100% knot. Remember, we're trying to leverage light line so that you maximize your chances. That's, you know, in competition, that's how you're going to win. You know, you see guys losing fish all the time, and there's all these fancy knots on the internet, but you want 100%. You're aiming for 100%. Some of these fancy knots you see on the internet, they're breaking at 50%. Now, it's a complex topic, and we might talk about that a little bit later. But, you know, simplistically, you want 100% through the drivetrain. So for a modified Albright or improved Albright, Harvey Albright, what you want to do is you double over your leader, then you come up through the loop to there, right? Try and keep that knot out of the loop so you don't catch. So you don't want the main line in the loop. So you've come up, then you wrap back with your double 6 times, right? I'm looking through my phone, so I'm doing this remotely, sort of blind. So I've gone 6, right? And then see how we're pinching on the end there. Now we've come up. So then what you want is you go through down, you go down 3 times. And because you doubled over, that's the equivalent of 6, right? We've got 2, remember I was telling you before how we've got 2 strands going into the leader knot. Has all those benefits, right? You get a second chance if one pops too, where the knot's being leveraged, right? Always use lots of slobber when you're tying knots, especially with carbon. Carbon burns very easily. So we're pulling that back there, and we'll just keep it in order. Always try and keep it in order, and then just pull it up, right? Okay. And that is our improved Harvey Albright. Okay. Now I'll just cut that tag end off and do a bit of explaining very quickly. So what we have here, right? What we have here is we got the 100% Bimini with the Jim Rizzuto 100% lock off, and then it goes into a modified Albright with 2 strands. Now, so we've got 2 strands of, say, 10 kilo braid, and then we've got 24 kilo leader, which means even though this knot here may not be 100%, because this breaking strain leader is much stronger than the 2 here, we're actually forming 100% knot. It can't break, this can't break, this is the leader. And these here, there's 2 of them going in, so you've got double the strands going in, so this becomes 100% knot. So the whole drivetrain is 100% knot because you're fishing. A lot of these fancy knots, you see them, and the leader's about the same thickness of the braid, but once you start tying, it gets a whole lot thicker. This here, you are fishing and you got 100%. Some of those fancy knots on the internet are not 100%. And this is how you leverage your main line to when you're fishing light line or whatever. You know, you hook a marlin, you want to be 100% all the way through the drivetrain, and you need your drivetrain to be resilient for that fight for the period of time, and that applies to a lot of sport fish. And so yeah, so that's the modified Harvey Albright. Yeah, so traditionally with mono, when you tie these knots, the purpose of the double also was that if you're fishing, say, 10 kilo mono, you're trying to bring the diameter of the mono up to the diameter of the leader. So you got 10 kilo mono, 24 kilo leader. What happens there is that also strengthens this knot here as well, because what that means is that the diameters are similar, increases the strength of the knot. But so there you go. The improved, modified Harvey Albright with the double, with the 100% Bimini on the back end, with the Jim Rizzuto lock off. 100% drivetrain.